Welcome to English Story Hub, your cozy space to practice calm, clear, and confident English. Take a deep breath with me. Let's speak slowly today, like we're sitting in a quiet cafe, learning together. You just listen first, then speak with me. That's how your English starts to flow naturally. 1. Checking in. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Just a little tired. Let's say that again. I'm fine, thanks. Just a little tired. You know, this phrase sounds simple, but it's very common in daily life. You can use it when someone checks on you, or when you want to sound polite, but still honest. 2. Talking about energy. Are you tired today? Yes, I'm quite tired. I worked a lot. Let's repeat together. I'm quite tired. I worked a lot. Quite tired means more than a little tired, but not completely exhausted. It's a soft, natural way to say, I need some rest. 3. Healthy habits. Do you exercise? Yes, I exercise every week to stay healthy. Good job. Let's say it one more time. I exercise every week to stay healthy. It's short but powerful. See? With just one line, you've said everything. Action, time, and purpose. 4. Morning drink. Do you drink coffee? Not really. I prefer tea in the morning. Say it with me. I prefer tea in the morning. Prefer means you like something more. Try to make it sound easy, not too fast. Like this, I prefer tea in the morning. Smooth and relaxed. 5. Sleep routine. Do you go to bed late? No, I go to bed early. I usually sleep at 10. Your turn. I go to bed early. I usually sleep at 10. Now, think of your own answer. Maybe you sleep at 11. Maybe midnight. Just whisper it. I usually sleep at. And finish with your real time. Nice, right? That's how practice becomes personal. 6. Cooking at home. Do you cook at home? Yes, I cook simple meals. Rice, eggs, vegetables. Say it with me. I cook simple meals. Good. You can also say, I love cooking, or I'm not good at cooking yet. Every version tells a little bit of your story. 7. Weekend hobbies. Do you play any sports? Yes, I play basketball on weekends. Let's shadow that. I play basketball on weekends. You can change it. I play football. I go swimming. I walk in the park. Whatever fits your life. That's the fun of learning. It becomes your own language. 8. Music skill. Can you play an instrument? Yes, I can play the guitar quite well. Say it smoothly. I can play the guitar quite well. Notice how can play the connects like one sound. Can play the guitar. That's natural rhythm, not speed. And if you don't play anything, you can say, not yet, but I'd love to learn. That's beautiful English too. 9. TV and relaxation. Do you watch TV after dinner? Yes, I watch comedy shows to relax. Say that with me. I watch comedy shows to relax. It's simple, right? To relax shows your reason, your purpose. So you can also say, I listen to music to relax. I read books to relax. You're already building real-life English. 10. Days of the week. Is today Monday? No, today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. Repeat with me. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. Perfect. These short sentences train your brain to think in English without translating word by word. 11. Friends and free time. Do you go out with friends? Not much. I hang out with classmates after school. Say it again. I hang out with classmates. Hang out means to spend time together. Easy, friendly, casual. You can say, I hang out with my cousins. I hang out with my coworkers. That's real, everyday English. 12. Ending warm-up. Hey, are you okay now? Yes, better now. Thanks for asking. Say it softly. Better now. Thanks for asking. You sound more natural already. Calm, kind, confident. That's it for part 1. You practice small conversations, but each one builds your confidence. Remember, English grows like a tree. One short line every day makes strong roots. If you replay this section and shadow again, try speaking just half a second earlier than me. That's how you start to feel the rhythm, not just hear it. You're doing great. Stay consistent, stay curious. And I'll see you in part 2. Start small, think long. Part 2. Start small, think long. You know, people often say, dream big. But I've learned something different. Big dreams only work when you start small. You don't build confidence in a day. You build it in the quiet moments. The small sentences, the short practice. The times you speak even when no one's listening. Let's explore that idea together through stories, reflections, and a bit of shadowing. You just breathe, listen, and repeat when you feel ready. 1. Little things matter. I once met a student who said, "My English is bad. I can't speak." I smiled and said, "You just spoke English." She laughed. Repeat that softly. You just spoke English. See? Sometimes we don't give ourselves credit for what we can already do. Every small try counts. Say it again. Every small try counts. 2. The 1% rule. Let's talk about improvement. You don't need to change everything. You just need to get 1% better every day. Repeat. 1% better every day. It's small. But in 1 year, that's more than you can imagine. So, what's your 1% today? Maybe you learned one new word. Maybe you spoke one full sentence aloud. That's enough. Say it. That's enough for today. 3. Progress feels invisible. Sometimes you study and nothing seems to change. You listen. You repeat. You shadow. And it feels like you're still the same. But inside, your brain is building patterns, quietly, secretly. Repeat. My brain is learning, even when I don't see it. That's how growth works, silent, but steady. 4. Comparison trap. Do you ever compare yourself to others? Yeah, we all do. But remember this. You don't need to speak like anyone else. You just need to speak like you. Say it. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be real. Good. Because real English is your English. The way you think. The way you feel. The way you express yourself. 5. A lesson from nature. A seed doesn't rush to become a tree. It grows slowly, quietly, in the dark. Your English is like that. You may not see the progress today, but it's happening under the surface. Say it softly. I'm growing, even when it's quiet. That's your reminder for days when you feel stuck. 6. Shadowing moment. Reflection talk. Listen and shadow with me. Small steps create big changes. Say it. Small steps create big changes. Patience builds power. Patience builds power. You don't have to rush. You don't have to rush. 7. Mind reset. Let's change the question. Instead of asking, "Am I good at English?" ask this. Did I show up today? Because showing up, that's success. Say it with me. I showed up today. Again, I showed up today. Simple. True. Brave. 8. A new kind of goal. Don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be consistent. Perfection disappears. Consistency stays. Say it. I choose consistency over perfection. That's not just language advice. That's life advice. 9. Inner talk practice. Next time you feel afraid to speak, say this to yourself quietly. It's okay. I belong in this conversation. Try it now. I belong in this conversation. Yes, you do. Because language isn't about grammar first. It's about connection. 10. The long road. Fluency is not a finish line. It's a road, and you walk it every day. Some days you run. Some days you crawl. But every step counts. Repeat. Every step counts. Say it again, slowly. Every step counts. Now pause. Take a deep breath. Feel how far you've already come. You started with simple greetings. Now you're speaking in full thoughts. You've learned not only words, but patience, rhythm, and calm. This is how fluency really begins. Not in big leaps, but in quiet repetition. So, remember, start small, think long, and keep walking one word at a time. I'll meet you in the next session, where we'll explore the power of routine. How to turn daily practice into your natural rhythm. Part 3. The power of routine. Let's pause for a moment. You've been showing up again and again. And that small act, showing up, is what really builds progress. Today, let's talk about the quiet force behind every fluent speaker. Routine. 1. Rhythm builds memory. Fluency isn't luck. It's rhythm. When you repeat something daily, your brain starts to predict the pattern. It's like music. The more you hear it, the easier it flows. Say this with me. My brain learns through rhythm, not rush. Good. That's your foundation. Don't study harder. Return more often. The brain remembers what feels familiar. 2. Make it part of life. Think about your day. You check your phone, brush your teeth, drink water. Now, add one line of English to those tiny moments. While you pour coffee, say, "This smells amazing." When you open the window, say, "The air feels fresh today." That's English in motion, natural, alive. Say it. English is part of my day, not separate from it. 3. Calm before learning. Before you practice, pause. Take one deep breath. Let your body relax. Now whisper, "I'm calm. I'm learning." When you relax, your brain turns the record button on. When you rush, it turns it off. That's real neuroscience, not magic. Say it again. I learn best when I'm calm. 4. The 10-minute formula. Here's a simple routine that works. 5 minutes of input. Listen, watch, absorb. 3 minutes of output. Shadow, repeat, speak. 2 minutes of reflection. Review or write one sentence. That's it. 10 minutes. Say it. Short, steady, daily. It's not about perfection. It's about frequency, like heartbeat learning. 5. Feel your words. Your brain remembers what it feels, not what it's told. So when you speak, connect emotion to sound. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," say, "I could really use some rest." Instead of, "I'm happy," say, "That made my day." Instead of, "I don't know," say, "I'm still figuring it out." Each phrase adds color, tone, and emotion. That's how English becomes alive, not flat. 6. The science of small. Every repetition lights a signal in your brain, tiny sparks that connect and grow stronger. Each small practice says to your brain, "This matters." You don't need 2 hours of pressure. You need 10 calm minutes of presence. Say it with me. Small steps. Strong signals. Perfect. 7. Reflection and reset. Some days, your voice will flow. Other days, it won't. Both are part of learning. Say it softly. Even slow progress is still progress. Because every word you repeat rewires your mind. Even on quiet days, your brain is working underneath. 8. A learner story. A student once told me, "I study every day, but I don't feel better." 3 months later, she spoke in full sentences without translating. Her voice surprised her. It didn't surprise her brain. It had been preparing all along. Say it. My progress is growing quietly. 9. Shadow practice. Let's close with shadowing, slow and steady. I return every day. I return every day. I listen with focus. I listen with focus. I speak with calm. I speak with calm. I grow with patience. I grow with patience. Now all together. I return. I listen. I speak. I grow. That's not just a routine. That's identity. 10. Quiet strength. Routine is not repetition, it's rhythm. It's how your brain builds confidence from calm. You're not behind. You're building depth. Tomorrow, when you come back, your brain will whisper, "I know this." And you'll feel that click, that moment of flow. That's the power of routine. Part 4. Speak before you're ready. You've listened. You've repeated. Now it's time to speak, even if your voice shakes a little. Because waiting to feel ready is like waiting for the sea to be still before you swim. It will never happen. You just dive in. That's how you learn to float. 1. Break the silence. Every learner carries the same fear. What if I say it wrong? But silence is heavier than mistakes. When you speak, even with pauses or strange grammar, you send your brain a signal. I belong in this language. Say it with me. I belong in English. Good. Your brain learns faster through sound, not silence. 2. Speak early, correct later. Think about how you learned to ride a bike. You didn't wait to understand balance. You felt it by falling, adjusting, trying again. Speaking English works the same way. You don't wait for perfect words. You create them in motion. Say this, I learned through movement, not memory. Nice. Your voice teaches your mouth what books never can, rhythm, tone, emotion. 3. The sound of courage. Courage isn't loud. It's quiet. It's the moment you speak when your brain says not yet. Try this. Say something real, right now. Not I'm fine. But I'm running low on energy, but I'm still here. Not I'm happy. But I feel like today. You see the difference? It's not about vocabulary, it's about honesty. And honest English is powerful. Say it, I speak with honesty, not perfection. 4. Shadow flow practice. Now, shadow with me, short, clear, alive. I speak to connect, not to impress. I speak to connect, not to impress. My mistakes are proof that I'm learning. My mistakes are proof that I'm learning. Each word is a bridge, not a barrier. Each word is a bridge, not a barrier. Good. That's the sound of confidence growing. 5. Small talk, real talk. When people say, practice conversations. Don't limit yourself to cafes or classrooms. Try talking to your pet. You look sleepy. Did you miss me? Or talk to objects around you. This plant's doing better today. This mug keeps my tea just right. These aren't childish. They're real micro conversations. They train your fluency without pressure. Say it. I practice in small moments, not special moments. 6. The voice mirror. Here's a trick few people know. Record your voice, just for yourself. Don't judge. Just listen. At first, you'll notice every mistake. But then you'll start noticing improvement. The rhythm, the tone, the comfort. Your voice becomes familiar, not foreign. Say it. My voice is part of my learning, not my fear. 7. The 1-minute courage ritual. Every day, take 1 minute to speak out loud. Describe something that's not obvious. The street feels quieter than usual. The air smells like rain. My mind is clear after coffee. These are small sentences, but they sound alive. That's how real English sounds. Descriptive, emotional, human. Say it. I describe life, not grammar. 8. The invisible skill. Speaking isn't only about vocabulary. It's about timing, energy, and empathy. When you speak before you're ready, you train your brain to stay calm under uncertainty. That's the real skill, not words, but composure. Say it. I stay calm when I speak. And again, I stay calm when I speak. That's emotional fluency, the kind no textbook teaches. 9. Story spark. A learner named Min once told me, I only talk when I know exactly what to say. So I asked, how often does that happen? He laughed and said, almost never. So he changed his rule. He spoke even when he was unsure. A month later, he was still making mistakes. But he was speaking twice as much and twice as free. Say this with me. Uncertain words are better than silent thoughts. 10. Closing mantra. Let's close with shadowing. Slow, steady, intentional. I speak before I'm ready. I speak before I'm ready. I learn by doing, not by waiting. I learn by doing, not by waiting. My words don't need to be perfect. They need to be real. My words don't need to be perfect. They need to be real. Beautiful. That's how fluency feels. Imperfect, alive, human. 11. Final reflection. Don't wait for your voice to sound perfect. Let it sound real first. Because fluency is not found in silence. It's built through sound. Take one last deep breath. Feel the space between fear and courage. And fill it with your voice. That's how English becomes yours. Part 5. Think in English. Take a slow breath. In and out. You've learned to listen. You've learned to speak, even before you were ready. Now it's time for the next shift. To think in English. This is where language stops being a subject and becomes a state of mind. 1. From translation to transformation. Most learners translate. They think in their native language first. Then build English word by word. That's why it feels heavy, slow, full of hesitation. Fluency begins when you stop building and start feeling. You don't need to translate tree. You already see it tall, green, alive. Just let the word tree rise in your mind. That's not memory. That's connection. Say it softly. I connect before I translate. 2. Language through the senses. English isn't only sound. It's texture, color, temperature, rhythm. When you say cold morning, let your body remember the air on your skin. When you say soft pillow, Feel the weight behind your neck. When you say quiet street, hear the emptiness between footsteps. That's how your brain locks in meaning. Through the senses, not definitions. Let's shadow together. The sun feels warmer than yesterday. The wind smells like rain. The silence is louder than noise. Beautiful. You're not learning words. You're learning awareness. 3. The voice inside your head. You think all day, tiny thoughts, quick reactions, inner comments. That's your inner voice. And it's your best English classroom. Try this. When you walk, think nice weather today. When you sit down, think I need a deep breath. When you feel pressure, think I can slow down for a second. That's not studying. That's living through language. Say it. English is the voice inside my head. 4. The picture mind. Your brain doesn't store words. It stores images. When you remember coffee, you don't see letters. You smell the aroma. You hear the clink of the cup. So next time you learn a new word, don't just memorize, visualize. If the word is hope, see sunrise. If it's peace, see still water. If it's focus, imagine a single beam of light. That's how meaning becomes memory. Say this. I see my words before I speak them. 5. Memory in emotion. Language sticks when it feels alive. If a word makes you smile, you'll never forget it. If it moves you, it becomes part of you. Try recalling a real moment. A rainy afternoon. The smell of noodles. The sound of your name being called. Now, describe it quietly in English. The room smelled like old books. My hands were shaking from excitement. I felt small, but safe. See? That's not grammar. That's emotion. And emotion is long-term memory. Say it. I learned through feeling, not memorizing. 6. Thought shadowing. Let's shadow thoughts, not sentences. Repeat after me, slowly. I think in pictures. I think in pictures. I feel before I speak. I feel before I speak. I connect instead of translate. I connect instead of translate. English lives in my thoughts. English lives in my thoughts. That's how your brain learns fluency. Not through repetition, but through rhythm of thought. 7. The mental switch. You'll still catch yourself translating. That's okay. Don't fight it. Just smile and switch. Ask yourself, how would this sound in English? Then say it, simply, naturally. Each time you switch, your neurons build a new pathway. You're literally rewiring your brain to think in English. Say proudly, I'm rewiring my mind through language. 8. Silence is learning. Thinking in English isn't about constant chatter. It's also about silence. The quiet space where meaning grows. After you listen, pause. Let your brain echo the sound. Let the image stay. Let the emotion breathe. That silence is not empty. It's where learning takes root. 9. Closing mantra. Now let's seal this practice. Repeat after me, calm and clear. I see my world in English. I see my world in English. I think in senses, not sentences. I think in senses, not sentences. I learn through presence, not pressure. I learn through presence, not pressure. My thoughts are slowly turning into English. My thoughts are slowly turning into English. Take a breath. That's how you begin to think differently. Not louder, not faster, but deeper. You're not just learning English anymore. You're thinking in it. You're becoming it. That's the quiet revolution inside your mind. Take another deep breath. You've just trained your mind and voice, not just in English, but in patience, focus, and self-trust. If this session helped you slow down and reconnect with your English, leave a little heart in the comments. Tell me, what sentence today stayed with you the most? And if you'd like more calm, meaningful English practice every week, don't forget to subscribe to EnglishStoryHub and turn on the bell so you never miss your quiet moment to learn. You're doing better than you think. Keep learning softly. Keep speaking bravely. And I'll see you in the next episode.